Riddle me this, mother lecker.
Start with the square. Pick a point in the interior. The distance to the upper left corner is the square root of 17, to the lower left corner is 2, and to the lower right corner is 5. Solve for the area of the square. This problem is adapted from a Southeast Asian Mathematical Olympiad test, where students had about 5 minutes per question. Pause the video if you'd like to give it a try, and when you're ready keep watching to learn how to solve this problem. We'll get started by color-coding the distances to each corner. This problem can be solved with an interesting technique. We'll rotate the entire diagram from the lower left corner 90 degrees. Now we'll consider the angles in this diagram. Consider this purple angle. Once it's rotated it'll end up right here. Since the corner of a square is a right angle, when we rotate this diagram this will also become a right angle. Consequently these two yellow lines are the legs of an isosceles right triangle. These angles will be equal to 45 degrees, and its hypotenuse will be 2 times the square root of 2. Now focus on this triangle. Notice that the square of 2 times the square root of 2 plus the square root of 17 is exactly equal to 5 squared. This is because 8 plus 17 is equal to 25. That means this is a right angle triangle and this is a right angle. Now let's erase all the parts on the left. Let's focus just on the right. Right here we have an angle that's 45 degrees plus 90 degrees, and that's equal to 135 degrees. Let's write x for the side of the square by Alcaucas's law of cosines. X squared is equal to the square root of 17 squared plus 2 squared minus 2 times the square root of 17 times 2 times the cosine of 135 degrees. We'll simplify each term and we can gradually solve for x squared. 17 plus 4 is equal to 21, and this entire thing will be subtracting a negative, and it ends up being plus 2 times the square root of 34. So x squared is equal to 21 plus 2 times the square root of 34. Now recall we want the area of the square, and the area of the square is exactly its side length squared, which is equal to x squared, and we've already solved for that. So that's our answer. The area of the square is 21 plus 2 times the square root of 34. Incredible.
Riddle me this, mother lecker.